How is the success treating you?
It's treating me well. It's treating all of us very well. As in, we expected that this is going to make big.
Do people call you baby also?
In my photo, they're editing Na Pilla Way, and I'm like, okay. Suddenly, like everybody is doing that.
Are you receiving like hundreds of messages? And
Yeah, man. It was very weird because during the premiere, my father was sitting like this. And when the first shot came, I went like, oh shit.
we're also very orthodox, like the kind of movies we do. I think Arjun Reddy was the first time that.
Yeah, I'm not saying all these things, what you're saying.
Yeah, okay, I am saying this. Yeah. How is Vijay as an actor?
I am getting messages like, please, if you reached, Vijay very well, please let us also talk to Vijay. It's like, how should I do? I can't reply to everybody, no? I can't get Vijay for everybody.
And doing romance on sets, is it really awkward because there's so many people around you? No? Is Vijay a good kisser?
Very sensational thing it
I
will come.
just clicked.
Yeah, so I should not answer that.
And I have one doubt, like a lot of people did, when Vijay just goes and says, "Ee tella battal dharinchina ammayi," it's like he owns you, and he says, it's like he's calling dibs on you.
It's such an amazing scene, man. I love if a guy does that to me.
Interview with a dialogue.
But I'm very shy to say the dialogue, man.
Forget that there's a camera like you always do.
There's one dialogue and she says, Ma tamburu mudu patkunava. She says, yeah, I'll kiss your nana, I'll kiss your amma, I'll kiss your sister. And that's a very nice scene.
Neekoka tullu abbai ravalani, I'll pray.
Tullu abba? I want a South Indian guy, man. Pray.
Hello, so we've all seen Arjun Reddy and we've thoroughly enjoyed the movie. We have his love interest here with us today. So let's get to know her. Hi.
Hi.
Congratulations for the hit.
Thank you so much.
How is the success treating you?
It's treating me well. It's treating all of us very well. As in, we expected that this is going to make big. But then such huge rage in such short span of time, nobody expected. So everybody is quiet in that zone only. So everybody, I'm not understanding how to handle all these things. Suddenly, people are calling me Preeti, they're not calling me Shalini, and I love it.
Do people call you baby also?
Yeah, they text me like Na Pilla Be.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in my photo they're editing Na Pilla Be, and I'm like, okay, suddenly like everybody is doing that. And it does not feel ki, okay, why they're saying it, feels they've accepted you so warmly. And it makes me feel so happy, I can't tell you.
Are you receiving like hundreds of messages?
Yeah, man, every time I see my phone, there's a new message. And they're taking time and writing all those used paragraphs about the character, about my role, about the Preeti. And they're taking Preeti as, their figure. So it's like so good, it feels so good that finally they've accepted the role. And they've accepted Preeti, they've accepted me. It feels amazing.
And why South Indian movies? Where are you originally from?
I am originally from Jabalpur. And there's nothing planned as if I have to do South Indian films or Hindi cinema, nothing planned. I knew for the fact that I've always wanted to be in movies. And but my parents were like, my father especially is very strict. So he's like, you have to do engineering, you have to complete your studies, only then we can think of. And then at that point of time also, he was not agreeing for me to be in films because I did engineering. So at that point of time, he was like, go take off IT jobs. And at the point of time, I was simultaneously doing theatres also. So the only factor that he was making me do theatres was because I was getting good grades. So he was like, okay, fine, you can continue your theatres, but don't move into films and stuff. But I knew that I had to do films. So there was a point of time where my father was not agreeing at all. And I was in Bombay, I remember.
You mentioned this in the pre-release event. You said you were a rebel.
I see my father opposed me so much to an extent where I had to write an email to him when I was in Bombay that I'm not coming back. So he was like, he replied to me in an email, don't come back, don't talk to us. So one span of year I didn't talk to my parents. I was not, and I wrote all those dialogues that I'm not going to take money. I'm not going to, I was like, shit, I wrote that I'm not going to take money. Now what will I do? Because I had a short amount of, small amount of money in my account at that point of time. And I was like, how will I survive? Because that's Bombay. You need to pay rent and all. I don't know how I did. And my father was like completely against.
You were being a Arjun Reddy.
I am, that's why I tell, I'm quite like an Arjun. I have anger issues also. So my father didn't understand all these things, and then that point of time, before only I had signed Arjun Reddy, but it was taking time to shoot and all. So my father was like, get back to your IT job. But then I wrote, I'll not coming back and all. Then I came here, and now my father has actually seen the film. They came for the premiere. He's happy and all only.
So even when you were shooting, he was against it.
Yeah, we were not talking. We were not on talking terms. I didn't speak to my father since the span of time I started shooting for Arjun Reddy, and before that for 6
It takes a lot of passion to.
I think it is that only. Otherwise, I would have actually because I was broken. I had no money, living in Mumbai kind of. I have very good friends, thank God. And that point of time, you feel homesick, yeah. Even if whatever it is, you've left your family, you feel homesick. But that point of time, I don't know. I think for the love of cinema, for the love of, I always wanted to. I don't even remember since when I wanted to be an actress. So, and this interview also I've been giving from since childhood only. I used to sit in front of the mirror and give interviews. I used to play Coffee with Karan. So everything, these things are not new for me because I've been doing. I was imagining that lights are on me, cameras are on me. I was a cinematic kid, and my parents used to feel that she's gone. She's all doing this tantrums because she likes wearing clothes or she likes the fame and all. But I think it's nothing related to fame or money or anything. It is the love of playing different characters, being in front of the camera, posing, acting. Basically acting. Now, because theatre I have done, so I felt that now I have an immense love for acting. I can do anything. I can work for 24/7. And I can work and without getting tired.
Because you enjoy this.
Enjoy that. And I can't have option for that. My father was like, have an option at least. But what my explanation was, ki I can't have an option. See, if I love you, if you're a guy, if I love you, I can't have an option, no?
Yeah.
Second option.
Yeah.
Ki if this doesn't work, I'll go back to him. So I explained him to that and explained the exact thing to him. So he was like, what bullshit are you talking?
But that's what paid off because you just work towards that.
Yeah. And I was like, I can't have an option if this does not work, and why will it not work? If you make it happen, it happens. And that's my belief. And even if my father was like, you dream too much. And I dream a lot. So I was like, what is wrong in dreaming? And he didn't understand because he's obviously conservative family and coming from a government officer background, you want your kids to be in a government office and working IT, but that's 9 to 5 is not.
And we have a lot of stereotypes about the industry also.
So he was like, this is industry is bad only, they'll treat girls badly. It's nothing like that. Really, I really need to tell people that it's nothing like that. See, these kind of things now, the bad things are there in every industry. Even the corporate
Depends on how you deal with it.
Depends on how you deal with. If you are very firm on your thing that no is a no, nobody is going to come and touch you also. So it all depends. So yeah, so this has been my journey since then.
So you think the only reason he said no was because he was very worried about the industry?
No, I think my father, I know he's going to watch this interview, but my father has this thing of, I think he loves too much maybe. And that turned out to be a very possessive thing. And in such a possessive thing that when you feel this is my property, sort of like that. So he had the controlling thing, I want to control. And I am exactly a rebellious. So he was like, how can she not get control? And I was like, how can you control me? And exactly we clashed. And I went on my way, he was like, and then,
Maybe you guys are very similar.
In that sense, I think we are very similar. and I was not ready to compromise for even a bit. That I'm not, that okay, if does not work, I'll do this. I was like, I'll make it work anyhow. 10 years, 15 years, I'll beg. No, what I'll do? My father used to tell me, you'll beg one day. You doing this, you'll beg one day. I said, I'll beg. Whatever. I'll not see. Feel that I'm not that stupid that I'll beg, man. I'm that capable that I can earn for myself. So it's to make him feel, but he was like, this is just your age talking. But now I'm very happy that now he felt somewhere that he was wrong.
And what about your pocket money in Bombay? How did you live alone?
You know what? Basically, I feel I have very good friends, and there was one friend of mine who said, because living problems in Bombay now, you can't go and live with anybody. They'll charge you, and obviously rent. And rents are like, even if you live, see, in one hall, like 5-6 people are living. It's like that in Bombay, and they're paying 6k each.
Oh my god!
It's so bad. So I was like, what should I do? What should I do? And then my friend told me that 2 of her colleagues are living, but they are guys. My father doesn't know all these things, but now I'm okay.
Now he'll get to
I'm
know.
okay, man. I'm okay, because there's nothing bad, okay?
Yeah.
And they were 2 guys, so she said, "Are you okay with living with guys?" I said, "Anyways, I'm okay because I had
You didn't
minimal
have
money. I
choice,
had to survive." And then I told them that I'm going to live for 15 days. So whatever rent is for 15 days, you take. They were so sweet. They were like, "You don't give rent. It's okay." They knew that she has come all over and all. So they were like, they're very generous, man. And it's not because, oh, she's a girl, we had to take advantage. Nothing like that. They treated me like a family. And I'll tell you, the 15 months turned out to be 2 months because Arjun Reddy was not starting. And those 2 months, I never was one day when I missed my family. So I really want to thank them because they treated me like a small kid, no? They were like 30 and 28 age group, but they treated me, used to make me sleep in the bedroom. They used to go and sleep in the hall. They needn't do that because that's their house. They can ask me to sleep in the hall. Chalo, who'll do that for 15 days? They did that for 2 months. And they used to take me, they used to pamper me like a kid, no? How your father does, take you out for ice cream. They used to ask me, are you feeling homesick? So all they have done it for me. So I'm very happy. They were the people who supported me when I needed it the most. And they were not they were not my friends also at that point of time. They became a very huge, important part of my life. And I can't forget it because that was the time I needed a lot of emotion. Emotionally, you need a lot of support, no? And I needed that. And
how old were you?
Now I am 20, I'll turn 24. So at that point of time, it's like 2 years now since I collaborated for Arjun Reddy, everything. So I was like, 22.
Must be very scary, you know.
See, now I feel it's scary. That time I was doing it, so I didn't feel anything. Now, if I go back, I was like, shit, I had no money. I was, it's fun now. It scares now. That time, I used to skip dinners. Okay, because just to save money, just to save auto ka, rent, you just walk like you are walking. You don't even know how many kilometers you've walked. I remember me and my friend used to sit for like hours there's one place called Hiranandani, just to sit, skip dinners, and because we were saving money. So that time it was fun. I didn't realize. Now I realize what I have done through the whole process. And I used to cry also that what will happen to my future. Is it you feel weird. Is it the right step you have taken? But then I think everything went really well. I think that made me really strong, more strong.
Yeah.
Now I'm completely this independent girl. I can do...
You earned everything on yourself also.
Yeah, and I feel very good that it's my first money. I am paying my rent, paying my bills. Everything is quite new because I was the most pampered kid in my house. I never used to take a glass also. So now I'm cooking. I'm doing everything on my own. Now I feel damn happy. And I want to really thank my father that he was very difficult for me. He made me cry like anything. But then I think that worked out for me. That maybe worked out for me. Yeah.
But do you think it's because you probably thought your dad's there as a backup, like you could go back, or you never thought about it?
I'm very egoistic, man, that ways. Yeah. If I had given my words that I'm not going to take any money, I'm not going to come back unless I make it, I wouldn't have gone back. If I've not made it, no, till now I wouldn't have gone back. I can't, till now, I don't take money from my dad. If he, he gives me something, he asked me that, do you need money? I was like, no, no, no. If he came to my place, he gave the bills and stuff, I was like, no, don't. Because now I feel weird. Once you, I don't know, it's like, it's not something like ego, or it is like you've given your words, no?
Yeah.
Now you're earning, it's like, I'll give you. Matlab, I'll do things happily for you, but I don't want to take it. Because that was my words. I wrote it that I never ever take money from you now on. Even if I had to beg, I'll never take. And I am somebody, if I've said something, I want to stand by it. It's not some big commitment and all. But then if you made small things, you need to stand by it. And that's how justify your character somewhere, no? So yeah.
But why were you in Bombay?
Because actually, Arjun Reddy was taking time. So my dad was like, he was pressurizing me to do IT jobs. So it's like, let me go to Bombay, let me see how things are, let me live independently, and he was not ready. So what I told him, I'll go for 1 week, I'll come back. And really this was the plan. But then when I went there, he was every second he used to call me that come back, or I'll come and take you. I was like, this is too much. And then I thought this is the time that I had to do something. I'll not tell him where I'm staying and all. I'll just write an email to him that I'm not coming back. So I wrote, my friends told me just write an email, it's okay. They've seen now, my close friends have seen how my father is. So they were like, write an email, it's okay. So I wrote an email, I emailed him, and then he knew nothing since 1 year what I was doing. So, he was obviously, he might be worried. My sister told me that he was crying and all. But then if I went back to him now, he would have controlled me that do this, do that, and I couldn't do that. I can't just go to an IT job. If I don't have the will, I can't. Yeah. So I was like, I can't do this. And my dad was not understanding. So I knew that I have to take some step. And my dad is somebody who can actually come to Bombay, take me. So I didn't tell him where I was staying. And I told him, he told me that I'll call the police and all. I said, what, you'll call the police? I'm 22. I will tell the police you're torturing me. So I told them, and I wrote that in email, that if you now torture me, I will tell the police. Because I know you shouldn't say to your father or your parents like this, but I was in such a saturation point, that 4 years of engineering, there was never a day I didn't cry. I was crying every day that I don't want to be in this place.
Yeah.
I am getting good marks or what? I never felt happy when I was getting first rank or second rank. No happiness. It was like, why am I wasting my time? And my father used to see me cry. He used to never respond. That he used to be like, she'll be okay. And that was the phase. I was major depression. And I knew I couldn't do it now anymore. Because depression takes you to a different way. And I knew if I had this depression for so long, I'll just lose my passion for acting also.
You'll turn into a different person.
Depressive person. So I knew I had to take some step, even if it's scary. But then I think scary things, it challenges you and it gives you a kick to do stuff. So it was nice.
So Arjun Reddy, you signed right after your engineering.
Yeah, I think when I completed my engineering, and in a span of 2-3 months, I got a call for Arjun Reddy. And I signed, I came for Hyderabad. 3 days meeting we had. One day I had a photo shoot. My father came along with me. And the second day, he narrated me the story. Third day I signed the script, signed the film. And my dad was still in dilemma that you should do it, you should not do it, because my dad didn't know the story. And my dad told Sandeep in the very first place, there should not be any kissing scenes, there should not be any intimidating scenes. So Sandeep was like,
so ironic, no?
Sandeep was like, yeah. And then he went, and Sandeep also didn't tell me, see, these are the kissing scenes. If he would have told me before these many kissing scenes, I would have not done it. Because then he's objectifying kissing and putting, no?
Yeah.
He told me in a flow, and kiss came out as an emotion.
Yeah.
How we spoke about it, it came exactly in the film like that. I feel kissing is not a big deal, man. Because until and unless you show it in a nice way. If you show it in a sleazy way, objectifying way, it is a big deal.
Yeah.
If it's
love and...
Love.
Yeah.
If I love somebody, I would want to go and hug that person or touch. That physical affection you want from that person. Be it your mother, father, anybody. You want to kiss, no? You want to kiss your father and mother.
It's a form of just showing how much you love them. Yeah.
So it's as simple as that to me. But you can't explain your dad like that, no? So Sandeep explained me.
Because for them, looking at your daughter
no? I was very weird because during the premiere, my father was sitting like this. And when the first shot came, I went like, oh shit. And so Vijay was like, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. And then he didn't react. He was like happy only.
I think once you see the movie, you'll understand.
Yeah. You're seeing your daughter on the big screen. It's a big thing, man. You should feel proud.
And even in Arjun Reddy, it's not shown in a bad way. It's
Exactly.
shown as an emotion. So
Yeah.
then you'll start understanding.
Yeah.
But wasn't it a big deal for him to send you to Bombay also? Because it's a big city and...
It's a big deal, but then I somehow convinced him just for 1 week. So he thought, he booked the return tickets also, no? So he was like confirmed, she's going to come.
Yeah.
But then he didn't know that she's so weird that she's going to just tell me, send me an email and tell me that I'm not going to. He didn't expect it. And that was not planned, first of all. He tortured me to an extent which made me feel that if he comes to Arjun Reddy's sets, no, he's not going to do. If he came to Arjun Reddy's sets, definitely we would have not been able to shoot